Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's final video. So we're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's final video. Day 10 is going to take us to around the 3rd of September. We'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS and ECM ensembles and maybe once around a couple of weeks. Have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, which takes us into the second half of September, of course. I shall get on with all of that for you very shortly. Just say about the first video release, it was our 7 AM forecast. We also released the final ENSO update of the year, so we had a look at what's going on with La Nina and all that kind of stuff for the last time this year. We did that earlier on today, and of course now those ENSO updates will be merged with winter updates that begin at the beginning of September, and also release the EC 30-day forecast look ahead as well. So for the UK and the rest of Europe too. So have a look at all of the videos if you'd like to do that. Please like, share, subscribe on the videos. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. Right, let's begin the video then. We're going to start off in the tropical Atlantic. Now look at this, we've got 3 disturbance areas as well as the remnants of Henri. So there's the remnants of what was Hurricane Henri just there in the extreme northeastern corner of America. That's moving out into the Atlantic and dying a death. I don't think I have to worry too much more about Henri at the moment. Still giving maximum sustained winds of 25 miles per hour though, and probably quite a lot of heavy rain as well, but Henri is pretty much done with now, I think. So let's start looking at these disturbance areas then, shall we? So we've got disturbance 1 just here. So that's giving a 10%, that's got a 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, only very low, but a 50% chance in the next 5 days. They say a broad trough of low pressure producing disorganised showers and thunderstorms over the east central tropical Atlantic, more than 1,000 miles west-northwest of the Cape Verde Islands. Little development is expected during the next day or two, due to marginally conducive ocean temperatures and strong upper level winds. Afterwards, environmental conditions are expected to become more favourable for gradual development, and a tropical depression could form by the end of the week while the system moves northwestwards to northwards at 10 to 15 miles per hour over central Atlantic. That might become a tropical storm and or hurricane by the weekend. Then we have this one just here. That is disturbance 3 with a 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, a 40% chance in the next 5 days. And then we also have just here disturbance 2. That one has a 0% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, but a 60% chance in the next 5 days. So all 3 of these disturbance areas have like a medium chance, a 40 to 60% chance of becoming tropical cyclones within the next 5 days. So it basically means that by the weekend we might have 3 tropical storms and or hurricanes in the Atlantic at the same time, which is going to be a lot to to be focusing on. But we are moving towards September. We are moving to peak hurricane season. We're expecting this to be a pretty big season. So we'll see. With this one, say a tropical wave over the eastern Caribbean Sea is expected to form a broad area of low pressure over the southwestern Caribbean Sea later this week. Thereafter, environmental conditions are forecast to be favourable for gradual development, and a tropical depression could form by the end of the week while the system moves west-northwestwards. So all 3 of these have the potential to become a tropical storm and or hurricane by the weekend and into the early part of next week. We could be in for a very, very, very active final few days of August and beginning of September here. So all eyes are going to be on the tropics, tropical Atlantic over the next few days. We always expect this to be another pretty big season, and it looks like that is indeed where things are going. Of course, that's going to create uncertainty within the overall model output. So with so much going on there, potentially, over the next few days, we need to be really, really cautious about all of model output beyond the next few days. Anything that's like days 5 to 10 or 10 to 14 or 15, we need to be very, very, very cautious about all of model output now. These are GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're at London today, so red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London, starting off around or a little bit below average at the moment. We are going to get a warm-up over the next couple of days, so midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, will become quite warm. Then we're going to see the upper air temperature dropping again at the end of the week and into the bank holiday weekend as we pull in more of the flow from the northeast. And then just not really deviating all that far from average, to be honest. There's a bit of a tick up going on there around the 1st of September. And then, if anything, perhaps a bit of a drop back through the first week of September. A lot of scatter still through the first week of September. So we've got these cooler ensemble members down here. We've got warmer ensemble members up there. So early September really is up the grabs, and that will be even more so if those tropical developments start getting going in the Atlantic. Lots of dry weather as well through the rest of August. Barely any measurable rainfall, gradually becoming a little bit more unsettled as we go through the first week or so of September. But again, that's extended range. It's unreliable at the best of times and will be even more unreliable given the potential developments in the tropical Atlantic Ocean. Temperature anomalies from the 24th of August to 1st of September could be warmer than average in the northern half of the country, actually a little bit below average for southern parts of England. We're back to that. We've had a lot of this over the summer with Scotland and Ireland generally warmer than England and Wales, and particularly southern southeastern England, where it has been quite a dismal summer really, and that goes on for the last week of it. So I suppose that's only fitting really that the last week of meteorological summer 2021 should look like that for the temperature anomaly, with the warmest temperatures in the north and the coolest temperatures tend to be in the south. Very, very unusual scenario that we've had this summer. And the precipitation anomaly is just very dry from the 24th of August, 1st September. Barely any measurable rainfall through most parts of the UK and Ireland. Less than 5% of average in most areas. The latest wind flow map from earth-nullschool.net shows that we are under high pressure. So we've got an area of high pressure sitting over the top of the country. There it is, centred towards Scotland. That brings in the winds from the northeast. That's why the south is a little bit cooler, because the air there is originating from like Scandinavia, Norway, and coming down through the North Sea into south-southeast. We're in the centre of this area of high pressure, because the wind is much more variable, have much less influence from Scandinavia, and so that is the reason that it is warmer in the north than it is in the south over the next few days. Right, so we go through the generic charts then. Shall we? I should put webcam back on for this. Hello, I've returned. Okay, let's start going through the data then. So this is the UK Met at the weather outlook. High pressure is sitting to our north from Scotland all the way up to Scandinavia, and we're bringing wind from northeast. If this was like, let's say the end of December or into January or February, this would be really cold. It would be biting cold that we would be bringing in here on this long fetch northeasterly with the air originating. Follow the isobars back, actually see the air does originate kind of like from the Urals. So follow the isobars back and you can see that the air, the isobars sort of go right way back to Urals and push through Europe and down into western of Europe. So it is a very long fetch northeasterly that we've got here, with origins of the air originating from a long way north of east. And so if it's a winter, it would be really bitingly cold. And of course we would be, with such biting cold, we'd be bringing in lots of snow, despite the high pressure. We was bringing lots of snow to the east. So it's another one of those cases of if only it was add on the month that is appropriate. It's only end of August, so it's not going to be that cool, but there is a bit of chill to that northeasterly across the south and southeast, so that will limit the temperature slightly, but it will still be pleasantly warm in the August sunshine. And across Scotland, of course, we've got very light winds there, much less of a east northeasterly wind, so temperatures for Scotland and Ireland are going to be warmer at the end of the week. Into bank holiday weekend, high pressure remains dominant, sitting over the country gradually with time, trying to ease its way a little bit towards northwest, but no real changes by the time we get through to the end of this UK Met Office run today, which gets us to the 31st of August. The high pressure is still well and truly established to the north of Scotland. We're still bringing the wind fundamentally from an east or northeasterly direction, still looking mainly dry and quite warm, especially from the north, but the south will still have that influence from northeast winds. Notice this feature just here. That's one of those disturbance areas that has probably formed either a tropical storm or a hurricane by that point, moving towards the Azores. So where that goes, you know, remains to be seen. Will that smash apart the high pressure and send us spiraling off into unsettled weather, or will it go kind of to Greenland maybe and just keep the ridge in place? All will be revealed. But that is why it's a very uncertain time beyond the next few days. You know, and we know it could be 2 more storms going on further south in the tropical Atlantic. So that is the reason why we should be very, very, very cautious about any model output beyond the next 5 days or so. This midnight GFS run is looking again high pressure dominating weather over country and up to Scandinavia. So going to be high and dry at the end of the week into bank holiday weekend. Again, high pressure is maintained. Winds continuing to be coming in from the northeast in the south. Will keep things a little bit cooler there. Quite warm though up in the north under the centre of the high pressure. With time, the high pressure is trying to get itself towards Greenland. So we're trying to pull in some cooler northerly winds through next week. It's definitely having a go at ridging to Greenland. There is the tropical storm and or hurricane moving into the into our part of the North Atlantic, or moving into the North Atlantic. So this GFS run, the midnight run, just stalls that area of low pressure that is remnants of that tropical storm or hurricane, stalls it in the middle of the Atlantic and just keeps this high pressure going over top of country, slightly to our west, up to day 10. We do pull in a little bit more of a north-northeasterly though by day 10, so definitely cooling down and looking quite chilly with northerly winds for Scandinavia. In the extended range, high pressure begins to slip southwards, so it starts to turn a little bit more unsettled across Scotland, but still with the ridge maintained down in the south. So up to like the 10th of September or 9th of September, first 10 days of September basically, there's a lot of dry weather for England, Wales and Ireland. It does turn a little bit more unsettled with time across Scotland. This is how 6Z is looking. So GFS 6Z, very latest. Again, the high pressure over country and going to Scandinavia on Friday. Winds are in from a northeast direction through the weekend. We keep the high pressure maintained over or to the north of the country. Keep wind in from the east or the northeast, so it remains pretty dry, but will be a bit cooler in southern and eastern areas. Now, a little bit of a change with the 6Z. For the early part of next week, we get this low forming in the North Sea. That's coming out of Germany and Denmark from Monday to Tuesday, moves into the North Sea and could actually bring quite a bit of rain with that across eastern parts of the country if it came off. It's quite unusual for low pressure to retrogress like that from Germany to eastern England. It can happen at times, though. So if it came off, it would bring quite a bit of rain to the south and southeast next week, early next week. But I think it's pretty unlikely that that will verify. In the end, I expect the low pressure will stick around Denmark and Germany, but we'll see. By that point, there's that tropical storm and or hurricane, the remnants of it just there. So that's moving into the North Atlantic as well. Well, how does the GFS 6Z handle that? Let's have a look. Well, it kind of stalls it in the Atlantic, but it does weaken the ridge quite a lot. And so as we go to day 10, actually we're turning more unsettled on this GFS 6Z run. And we bring low pressure in. This isn't tropical remains, but the tropical remains having an effect on weakening the ridge, I think, and allowing low pressure to start moving. So just generally a cooler and more unsettled first week to September with this GFS 6Z run for a while anyway, before the high pressure then starts to come meandering back in from off the Atlantic. And we finish up pretty much back where we started again. High pressure ridging through the UK, going to Scandinavia on the 9th of September. Quite a bit of low pressure around Greenland and Iceland by that point. It's much too far away to be having any confidence in though at this point, I think. GM looks like this. If you enjoy this video, please can you smash your like button, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much everybody for doing that, and drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Thank you so much. Right, GM looks like that high pressure again reaching through the country up to Scandinavia on Friday into the weekend. Again, the high pressure phase goes on. We do bring in more of a northeast wind in the south-southeast. Light winds in the north, keeps things warmer up there. Heading up towards day 10, no real changes, just high pressure maintained. Pressure weakens a little bit to our south and southeast, so around days 8, 9, 10, which could allow more showery conditions to get going in the south-southeast, but central northern areas, still lots of dry weather really. And then the ECM looks like that. So high pressure again ridges through the country of Scandinavia on Friday. Into the weekend, the high pressure vest continues. High does pull to west of Scotland though. So we're pulling a little bit more of a north-northeasterly into the east and southeast. Could bring some showers through there. But otherwise, a lot of dry weather, I think, over this bank holiday weekend. We are basically set there. And we're high and dry. And that carries on up towards day 10 as well. So the ECM is a proper high pressure fest up to day 10. It does have that tropical storm, the remains of it, or hurricane, which is just there and weakening dramatically by the 3rd of September, which of course is day 10. This is the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from tometeo.com. We'll run through this very quick because there's not going to be much precipitation in the next week, 10 days. A few showers flirting with the east and southeast, but basically dry for most parts of the country for the next 10 days. And we'll be chasing around cloud and sunny spells. It's going to be that sort of very, very tedious scenario. I could take a few days off really because there's not going to be much going on. But I'm not going to do that. I will carry on. But it is going to be a little bit tedious chasing around these areas of cloud and sunny spells. Right, these are the options that are on the table within the ECM ensemble today for day 10, which gets us to the 3rd of September. We have 21 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure to our west and northwest. There's a trough over Scandinavia. It's going to be mainly dry about, but could be a bit cool with winds coming in from a bit of a northwesterly to northerly direction. 17 have the high pressure just to our north and northwest, so that could be bringing in wind from the east. That's a rather warmer option and very dry. Of course, that does include the control and the operation run. And then 13 again with high pressure, just a little bit further away from us, going more towards middle of the Atlantic, mid-Atlantic ridge going towards Greenland, and quite a deep trough of low pressure extending through Scandinavia. That's probably the most, I mean, it's not a particularly unsettled option, even that one, but out of the three, that's probably the one that could bring some showers to eastern and northern areas, and would be quite cool with those northerly winds as well. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This goes to the 8th of September. 15 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure just to our west-southwest, so still mainly dry and probably quite warm with that, bringing up wind from the southwest. 11, again, high pressure maintained more or less over the top of the country. Again, mainly dry with that. Winds a little bit more easterly though, should still be relatively warm. However, 11, high pressure beginning to weaken a bit, but still quite close to us. That's probably starting to turn a little bit more unsettled, a little bit more showery, let's say, but it's not overly unsettled, even that one. 9 with a ridge through the country and extending into the Atlantic. That's going to be mainly dry. And then 5 with a mid-Atlantic ridge up to Greenland. Trough of low pressure through Scandinavia. That's going to be the most showery option and also the coolest option with winds again in from the north. Most of the options seem to involve high pressure dominating though. At the end of the first week of September. So it looks like September, the first week of it anyway, could well be dominated by high pressure, bringing lots of dry weather, which is typical for September. But again, bear in mind, all it takes is one of the remnants of those tropical storms to smash the high pressure apart, and then we go spiraling off into a much more unsettled spell. So again, anything beyond sort of 5-7 days comes with an even bigger health warning at the moment than it would ordinarily do so. CFS V2 finally meets the 500 millibar heights, breaking down into week periods. The first week period takes from 24th of August to the 30th. High pressure will be dominating weather, maintained and in control. Just to our north, winds will be coming in from an east or northeast direction, mainly dry with that. Week 2 is going to be the 31st of August to 6th of September, with high pressure around Iceland, but also ridging towards Greenland. Still mainly high pressure dominating, but it is weakening slightly and bringing more of an easterly wind. And with the low pressure down here, we might even be starting to threaten some showers or longer spells of rain in towards the south. And then week 3 looks a little bit more unsettled. This is the 7th to the 13th of September. High pressure event is gone and pushed up to Greenland. There's a trough of low pressure extending through Scandinavia, another small little trough around France. So it just looks like it's generally deteriorating, generally getting more unsettled. And then by the time you get through to week 4, it all culminates, which is the 14th to the 20th of September. It culminates with like a trough of low pressure then centred over the UK and Western Europe in combination with high pressure around Greenland. Obviously, at that point, we are properly autumnal. We're getting autumnal rains at that point, and temperatures will be pretty cool as well. But that's 4 weeks away. It is a slow and gradual switch from high pressure to low, and it's 4 weeks hence. So this particular period, it is extraordinarily unreliable and might very well not verify. We shall see in time to tell. Right, if you enjoyed the video, please do smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for doing that. For GavsWeatherVids, if you subscribe, you'll be able to see future weather content. Drop a comment, let us know what you think. Tell your friends to subscribe as well. It's amazing, it's incredible. We've got to put on now 17 subscribers, just under, I think, 17 subscribers to get to 11.9k. So yeah, that's our next mini target, 11,900. And then the ultimate target at the moment is 12k subscribers. When we get to 12k, we're giving away a couple of GavsWeatherVids pillows. So yeah, we'll open the drawer on that, I would have thought, when we hit 11.9k. Please give us a sub and help get us there. Right, that's it for today's videos then. So tomorrow, we've got the USA forecast. We'll have a 10 to 14 day as well. And we'll probably have a look at the JMA extended seasonal forecast, I think. Because we're going to do the seasonal roundup for autumn 2021, third and final one of those on Saturday. But we always like to take the JMA out and isolate it out and have a look at it in its own terms. So I think we'll probably do that tomorrow and see what the JMA seas model is forecasting for the full autumn period, actually, September, October, November. So that's what's coming up tomorrow. You enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I shall see you tomorrow. For this video, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.